Yo, what is up, people on the internet? Today, we're going to be doing
interior refresh
on the 240. The 240 is getting a complete interior makeover. And I've already taken it upon myself to prep the car. I got the seat out, the steering wheel out, the shift knob out, and I vacuumed up the carpets so we have a fresh base to work with. So the interior is completely ready.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how like clean the interior is.
Yeah, that is one good thing about this car is the interior is actually super minty. Crackless dash. The only part that ever broke was the heater vent for the defrost up there, but you can get that pretty easily.
Yeah.
So to get right into it, come over here to the workbench and you'll be able to see everything that we have laid out to actually go in the car. So we have fresh floor mats, shift knob, cup holder because there are no cup holders with 240s, and got a steering wheel. Now, I really wanted one of these for a while. This is a Moon Eyes octagon steering wheel. Pretty crazy. It's got red flake in it. So that's that. And then we have the seat. So this is just a plain black seat with a shirts tucked in head pad to give it a little flair. I still do have my Z01 that I want to put in here, but we have to restore the Z01 before it's ready to go in the car. So right now, we're just going to rep the plain black with the shirts tucked in. Of course, we got low mount seat brackets because I want to be able to have as much clearance, not that I'm like a real tall person, but I want to have clearance to be able to have a helmet on in the car and freely move and have all the adjustments. So I guess first things first, I guess we put the steering wheel in, right?
Yeah.
The only problem is, if you look, this steering wheel is a 3-bolt because it's a Moon Eyes. So Moon Eyes is intended for more of like American cars, classic cars. So I ordered a 3-bolt to 6-bolt hub adapter, but it's actually wrong. I need a 6-bolt hub to 3-bolt steering wheel, so I had it backwards. So I have another one of these. It'll be in next week. So it won't be fully properly mounted, but we'll get in there for mock-up purposes so we can get the visual representation and be able to like set everything else in the car.
That's not a boss hub.
I know, not period correct fully for the car build. I might switch to a boss hub and get rid of the quick release. That also is an option.
I'll just scratch into the side, boss.
Yeah. Actually, I'll scratch into this works bell.
There you go.
And then, ding, like the ding.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, they are. I'm gonna buy one when we go to Japan because they're cheaper. And by that I mean I'll spend $2,000 to go to Japan to buy a $150 works bell quick release instead of paying $220 to get one stateside.
You act like that's the only thing you're gonna be buying over there.
Yeah, right. So like I said, I do not have the proper adapter to mount this wheel, unfortunately, but we're gonna make it work. Like I said, we'll get it in the car somehow. You kind of see what I'm working with here, but we're gonna get it in here. No matter how haggard you might think we are right now, I just need it in there for mock-up reference to get the seat and everything properly in there. So we'll do the little YouTube magic here and give her a little. And there you have it. Don't look too close, but trust me, it's proper, so you can even steer with it. See, you got like, you can point this at your apex when you're, you know, racing on the Touge.
Still gotta find the Touge around here.
Yeah, the Touge. Like I told you guys, I would keep you updated when I made the shop video, and Trent wasn't here to help at all.
Yeah.
But he did donate this JDM, actually Japanese.
We never got those over here.
Never got white PS2s in the States. Trent got this off of Yaj and did a little modifications inside so it'll play USDM games. Mm-hmm. And now we got it in the garage here to watch Drift Tengokus and stuff. We've already been sitting here watching this instead of working on this video today.
It's probably not a good idea to put more like stuff to procrastinate to.
Yeah, stimulants in the garage. It's already bad enough stopping and just talking. Now we can stop and watch. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want to watch an RC drift competition from 2002? I mean, come on.
This makes me want to blow my money and buy an RC. Fuck it.
All right, back to the car. Got the wheel in, looking good. Now, I think next thing is probably seat, right? Got to get the seat in.
Unless you want to do the floor mats.
Nah, seat. Or we could do a shift knob. Do a shift knob.
Yeah, we can do shift now.
Oh my God, what is that? Atrocious. This is the shift knob that I bought for the car. It's a simple, nice knob. So you can either have that guy.
Well, they go up a little bit more than that, like right there.
Yeah, yeah. Or we got the Trent's option. I think we're gonna go with this one.
Damn.
It's a little crusty. A little crunchy. A little tight. They say if it starts to feel loose, you just gotta hammer it in. It's not thread stripping. It's just you getting stronger. Alright, shift knobs in. That was simple. It's coming together. I like the look. A little pizzazz.
Yeah.
Alright, seats next. This is going to be the difficult one because I'm going to want to adjust it 9 million times. Because it's got to be perfect. So.
And then when you put the hub in, it's not going to be the right length anymore.
Yep, and I'll have to readjust it all. And I don't have sliders, like I said. So it's going to be all bolting. It's not even like getting one and then you can just slide it into position. Got to be all at once.
Yeah, I'm kind of dreading wait when I have to do this to mine, but like when I finally get a bucket seat for the 240.
Yeah?
Because I got like maybe like half a foot on Nathan.
You're probably like 6'2".
I don't know.
Stand on your money, you're 5'4". You're in debt.
All right.
An assortment of bolts. What are we doing here? Did they give me new bolts for the floor? That's actually crazy. All right, managed to get the seat bracket on the seat. Now we just got to throw it in the car. So got a lot of confidence this is gonna fit right up. And by that, I don't know. Sure, it'll need some adjusting.
Gotta have faith, man.
Gotta have faith. Thinking of the Limp Bizkit. Gotta have faith song.
Yeah. This really does kind of change the energy of the interior, though.
Yeah, it does actually. Hold on. Damn, dude. That actually looks crazy. Just the seat sitting in there, like from this right here.
You're gonna be pinned in there.
Damn, I'm like all the way this way though. You know, actually the seat could go a lot lower.
Yeah.
I was worried it was going to be like too low. I've got it like on the highest setting, but I would not fit in here with a helmet.
One more down then?
Yeah, we're going to take her down.
Maybe one or two actually, if you're thinking about helmet wise as well.
Yeah. I'm not an expert, but a good rule of thumb when setting your seat position is two things. You to the wheel, and then especially your leg to the clutch. So you start with your leg to the clutch. You don't want your leg to be all the way extended. You actually want like a bend, so it should be more like that. But that's where I'm at, so I almost need to go forward a little bit. But the other thing is your wrists to the steering wheel. You want to be able to put your wrist over the wheel. If you're any closer, you're going to be like straight out. You want your wrist to fall over the wheel, and then you have full leverage. Seat needs to go forward a little bit, just a hair, down, and to the left. I want to be centered. Mm-hmm. And we have more adjustment. So.
Oh yeah, there's still a few more settings left on this.
So this is a final fit and finish. Took a little bit of time, got the seat completely adjusted, right tilt, right everything. Height, forward, you name it, got it in place. Took a little bit of time. And now we're doing the last bolt in. So got 2 more bolts here and it'll be all the way in. Do one more butt test here. Make sure now that everything's tight, it's actually still good. Get this guy down. Yeah, that still feels good. That's like still whatever, but I couldn't get any further forward. I can live with that though. It's not like straight out. I can reach all the gears perfectly fine. Now we gotta put the floor mats in and the cup holder. That will be complete interior tune, overhaul, makeover, big transformation. Don't mind all the wires that I have to properly install my gauges. Should I do which vent? This vent? Or this vent?
I don't know.
Stuff that thing in there. Boom. There's the cup holder, and to top it off, gotta have the boss.
If anybody could hit us up, we're running low.
Yeah. We do have one last thing, but I don't know if we're gonna run it. It's a dash cover.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not sure I'm gonna run it. It is a cool piece, and I do like the way they look, but I do have a mint dash.
Yeah, and you want to show it off to the world to let everybody know how perfect your fucking interior is.
I mean, I don't even know why they sent you two.
I don't know either.
And they didn't charge you, right?
No, I went back through the logs, like my bank logs, and I only got charged once for it.
So I don't know.
I don't know. It needs proper fitment though, because I got mine in there in my car, and the tabs they sent you for the Velcro, because it's supposed to stick onto it, it just immediately melted off.
From the heat, it was super hot. You need like 3M. You need the good stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
But I might not run mine, and might just get those cover-up ones for now.
All the
pop over.
Yeah.
I know. Sometimes you barely even notice them because it's just like a part right here.
Yeah.
Like a little divide.
The little line. Alrighty, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the cinematics. That's the complete interior tune. I'm really pleased with how it came out. I like the seat, everything fits good, got it where I wanted. I was worried I wouldn't be able to position the seat like centered. That drives me crazy when a car is off center. But everything's positioned really well. I can reach a shifter, everything come together. Like I said though, I am getting that piece that's already ordered to make the wheel proper. But we get the idea. I mean, I'm hyped because it's my car. What do you think? What do you have to say?
I think it ties in pretty good. It's our first time seeing our own cars, our own 240s, have a different kind of flavor interior.
Yeah. Besides stock.
Yeah. I guess mine's a little different because of the
S14 seats and the big, the
mine isn't the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
With the ugly steering wheel and missing panels, but
it's getting there slowly. It's not like a complete full tune like this.
Yeah, this is a step into what we envision our cars.
Yeah, step in the right direction, I guess, with a plan, like the full plan. This is phase 1 for the interior. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. There's plenty more to come on the 240, more build videos, and once we hit spring, we'll be going to more events and everything, so stay tuned for more videos. We're going to work on Trent's 240 hopefully here soon, hopefully.
Maybe, just maybe, we'll have our first actual drift video.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. 4 years in the making, but
It's another five.
Other than that, guys, do the YouTube stuff. Peace. All right, this is the end clip. What's your Taco Bell order? Go.
either steak or chicken, grilled cheese burrito, midnight large Baja Blast, and possibly maybe if I'm feeling a little frisky, 12-pack of Cinnabons.
There you go. You have it here, folks.